So I think I finally fixed the problem where it was shorting on the points. So, even at really slow speed now, it seems to be behaving itself. So that was a combination of tiny little bit of insulating tape here on that one, and then I ended up cutting up bits of sleeper, wedging them in there on that, and again a tiny bit of tape on that one and some sleepers in between where they meet. I did try blue tack as well. But that seems to now finally have fixed it, which is good because I've been messing around with this all yesterday evening and for about an hour this evening, and seems to actually be alright now. Thank God, because that was driving me nuts. You don't want stally trains, do we? Let's just check one more time. Yay! So in this update, as you can see, last weekend I've boarded it all out now, so it looks a bit nicer. I still need to paint it obviously, but hopefully we had quite some rain the other day and it's all still dry in here, so fingers crossed that will resolve that problem, at least for now anyway. What else have we been up to? Another box of goodies has arrived because ka-ching, that's been set upstairs in a box, not doing anything for at least 2 years, so that went on eBay. And what have we got in here? We've got another decoder, so I can make another one of my old ones work. 2 of these are point motors. That's a power supply, pretty boring. That's a cable, also pretty boring. And this is, I'm sure you know, is a BDL 168. Basically that does the detection, so it detects where on the layout each train is, sends it back to the computer, and in conjunction with that and point motors we can start going into the world of automation. So I've fitted the first point motor, so this is the actual motor bit here, and then this bit, that is like the decoder bit that makes it work with this DCC system. So as you can see, we've got this pin coming through here. So now what I need to do is work out how you program it so that we can control it from either here or, like I say, eventually from the computer. Oh, the other thing I've done, it's been quite a painful week actually, but I've replaced lots of the older track, just for reliability really. Had a right mare over here getting it all to sit nicely, and as you can see here I've taken away the incline support that was there because some of the trains were really struggling to get up there and it was quite a steep incline, so I've brought it out a little bit to give them a bit more of a chance. I think possibly might still only get a couple of carriages up there, but I think it'll be better in the long run. And Still got some track left over for who knows what. So let's see if we can get this point motor working. Okay, so I'm now just fitting point motor number 2. Now this is a bit of a fiddly operation, because that, as it is, isn't long enough to go through the baseboard to the point, so they give you this little extension bit, which is a real pain because it's tiny, and if you're not careful you drop it. That's from experience. So I'm gonna super glue that onto this tiny little collar bit that connects the two. Just get rid of that blob, and then on there. That goes. Shake your hands. On there, like so. It's very important when you're doing something like this that you have your tongue out the whole time. So now what we need to do is we get a sticky fixer. Now this bit, on the first one I did, it took me ages to get it in because it's so frustrating and fiddly. So I've come up with my own method, which involves sticky fixers. And they're gonna go there. Oops. I nearly super glued my finger. Right, wired up. I don't know why they have to make things so fiddly. I mean, I know the railway is a miniature, but why does this have to be so small? And then I dropped one of the screws on the floor and... Anyway. Right, both are now in. And now because this is like a crossovery bit, I want them both to change at the same time. So on here I've given them both the same number, and if we so there we go, all working. All I need to do obviously is cut the pin shorter, because otherwise it could cause a problem. Now I'm sure I saw somewhere online that they said you shouldn't use one of these to cut these off, but I can't remember why, and I haven't got anything else to do it anyway, because these are like really toughened steel, so I've got nothing else that will cut through. I did that one alright, so what's the worst that could happen? There we go. It was, I noticed there was quite a few sparks coming out, and I remembered I still had the track power on, so I thought maybe I'll turn it off. Right. So that runs through there nicely. So yeah, it's a bit of a faff having to keep going over here to change points all the time. Which is why it's going to be better to do it on the computer eventually. Something momentous is happening. Guess where that's gonna go? Oh yeah. I'm not 100% sure where it's come out the back there, but let's go and have a look. Yeah. So that's pretty much where I was expecting it to come out. So it can come out of the side and then come along here. Okay, so a momentous moment is about to begin. Stop! And backwards the other way. Didn't I say in episode 1, didn't I say that trains would be running in the garden? And they are. And it's October the 24th. So there is method in the madness, because now that I know where that goes, I know where the road's going to be, and now I can properly, finally start working on the scenery, because my intention was always to work from this back bit out to the station here, but I was always needing to know that I had the right kind of clearance through there, which I think we have, so all's good. So today is a special day, because today is my birthday, so happy birthday to me. And looky, I've got lots of goodies. So I got this from Kelly, and then you've got all sorts of other little bits from family. Bit boxes. Roadwork stuff. And some lights to go on the road. Workmen and policemen and busker and someone selling the big issue. And I'm going to be busy because we've got some shops to build. We've got an industrial unit to build. And we've got a petrol garage to build. So I've got plenty to be getting on with. So let's see how this is. Right then, let's have a look. So this isn't DCC, so I shall get a chip to put in it, but it should still run in analog mode, if you will. Very heavy. I don't think it's got a chance of getting up the incline, but that's not the point. Right. Ooh. That runs well. It is struggling a little bit around some of my tighter bends. It does say that because it's quite a longish one. It's good, huh? the significance of it being a plus 50 is because it's my 50th birthday.